Fixin' to ride.
Alright guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. We got a project. So I got to get another sled ready for my wife. And unfortunately, it's got to be one of the ones she crashed. Yes, there were two. So I have a new chassis here and two sleds. Well, actually, I got two chassis over there and two sleds, but one of the chassis is for my Thundercat, so which is going to eventually get restored. It would have been in line to get restored now, but things happen, don't they? So yeah, that's what we're going to start on today. So I'm going to go ahead and start on the 02 that got wrecked, just because it's got a new track on it, blah blah blah. And hopefully there's not a ton that I have to replace on it, and I can just swap a lot of it over. And obviously I'm going to have to for sure get the right side belly pan and the right side suspension for sure. Ski should be good. The spindle might be good, but definitely the A-arms and the shock are trashed. Maybe even the spring too. So we'll figure it out. Either way, so stick with me. If you guys aren't subscribed, hit the subscribe button and the alert bell. That way you come on back, check out what we got going on. Always got stuff going on here. Even though I may not post videos, I'm constantly doing stuff. So yeah, we'll see you guys in a couple of minutes. Get this thing started. All right, so this is what we're working with. And yeah, she's 100% gonna need a new chassis. Figured it would. But if you look at the track, the bottom line of the track here, and then the bottom or any angle on the front part of the bulkhead, you can see it's twisted up probably 1.5 inches. So that one right there though, that one's all good to go. Same basic chassis. It's a ZR2 chassis, but ZR2 and ZR3 chassis are almost identical. You might have a little variation in holes or something, like these two holes I don't think are on the ZR2 chassis, but that's not a big deal. So yeah, this is gonna be a fun one, folks. Yeah, the muffler's just blasted. I mean, look at some of this damage. And then obviously that front, I mean, her and my son are lucky that they didn't get more hurt than they did. I mean, Calvin didn't really get nothing. Beth got one of her legs was bruised. She bruises pretty easy, but one of her legs was bruised up pretty good, and the other one wasn't feeling well. Oh, there's a broken motor mount. So we're gonna get this thing up in front of the garage. I think I'm gonna hose it off, then blow it off. I got about an hour or so here. I can warmer temps where I can get this thing cleaned up and blown off to where I can start tearing it apart. I ended up the handlebars, I believe the handlebars are bent. Thought they were, but it's kind of hard to tell. But the handlebar broke, and it's not the handlebars, it's right down here. It's that cross member snapped off of one of the bell cranks, and I can only assume it was when her knee, I think one of her legs hit this, or maybe it was right here. It hit right here as she was flying over. I mean, gosh, dude, gotta be careful, people. Not a good idea to be careless. And it's not really careless, it's just having the common sense to slow down when you can't see because of because of snow dust, and then slow down and then stay to the right. That's really what and use your brake. That's what it comes down to, folks. So oh my gosh. All right, let me get this thing in front. All right, so this is what we're working with. She's tweaked pretty good, folks. I mean, it's kind of hard to even see if I can straighten it out a little. All right, so this thing is just, it's trashed. And the story is it's trashed. So this is looking head on at the chassis. I mean, it's tweaked up and in, like in that way. So chassis is definitely toast. I'm not even gonna try and fix this. I mean, especially because of that. That's a pipe that goes all the way through that they weld to the frame. But, you know, being you can get a chassis for $50, why even waste your time? Just pull everything off and put it on a new one. And that's what we're gonna do. So here's some of the parts we pulled off. I mean, there's just pieces everywhere. This is what the sway bar goes through. This is the top of the shock on that side. This is the upper A-arm. That's the lower. Or no, that's the upper. This is the lower. And this is the sway bar linkage on that side. Sway bar arm, sway bar linkage. This is the steering linkage arm, and then the tie rod on that side. This is all garbage. I'll take a look at this joint here, this tie rod, see if it's good. But that one got snapped off. So the muffler is toast. Gonna need a new muffler. The exhaust is still fine, but if you look, I'm not sure if you can see it, but I can't turn this at all. I mean, moves a tiny bit, but I think it's just moving on the shaft itself. The shaft is completely frozen. So hopefully the throttle body and everything's good to go, and then hopefully there aren't any cracks in the case. If there are, that's gonna suck. Probably just move on to the next sled to get something going for Beth. And then this is broken here, that motor mount. Can't really see this one back here, but it wouldn't surprise me. It might not be. It looks like the engine's sitting square, and that it just kind of, I don't even know exactly where it's bent, but the chain case looks like it's tweaked. Look at the caliper on the rotor. It looks like it's sitting tweaked. It's probably, I don't know if that's why, or if it's just all this is tweaked so much that that's what's not letting it move. I don't see any. Oh, yeah, there's a crack in this cover here. This is all bent. Oh, there's a nice little gash there. Yeah, so she's toast, and not the good kind. But yeah, as far as this tunnel, this is one of the wide footboard tunnels, so I've never done it before as far as replacing one of these bulkheads, but I like this tunnel. I did repair it. It didn't have, it had this side right from here to the back was ripped off, and I took this off of another chassis that I ended up, it was an 04 ZR900 chassis, and it had the wide footboards like this. Well, I took I cut the front heat exchanger out and put that in my 02 ZR800 rebuild. And so I used this whole piece right here, or actually, I think it was from here. I think that one may have been messed up. So I ended up using that using that 900 footboard to repair this. So, and then I welded it up and then cut all the stuff in there. So I want to keep this tunnel. I've never actually replaced a bulkhead, so I might use the bulkhead off of that 900 and drill all these rivets out, because, and then just use the right, I mean, you got to use solid rivets on this stuff. So, but I did that with this, and it turned out great. I got an air hammer and the right bit that goes on these, so I'll just have to make sure that those will work on new rivets. But these look like they're pretty darn close to being the same size rivets. So if I drill all these out and then yeah, just get the rivets that are in there and drill all those out, this should separate. Obviously I'm not going to do it with this, but I want to keep that tunnel, and I already have the registration and that, you know, of this tunnel on my name, so I'll be able to put a new bulkhead on this tunnel and then rebuild this sled. So, because look at this. This is from my 02800. Well, this has, I believe this one has, oh, okay, this is a set of cases I had repaired. So, and then I have a whole nother case down there for an 800 or 900. And this one's repaired though, so all I'd have to do is rebuild this engine and I could build a whole nother stinking sled. I mean, I got I got three of these ZR3 hoods. So I got a black one, this green one, and then I got another green one behind the shop here. So there's definitely stuff that I can do. I got a couple windshields for ZR3s. I think one of those is actually for the Thundercat, and then, which is a 99. And then I have I think the windshield on that 900 back, or the Thundercat, actually goes, it's this style. It did fit on there, but it was kind of like little, it didn't fit properly up front, but it did fit. So yeah, that's a black. That one's perfectly good. I could put it on any of these hoods here, either of these two hoods. So yeah, there's definitely some stuff that can be done with this whole situation. But you know, I'm hoping this will give somebody hope that, you know, if their sled's wrecked or if they want to piece them together. These old sleds, guys, I mean, they're good. You know, if you repair them, they're reliable on the sleds. You just got to they're reliable on the trails. So you just got to take care of them, maintain them, replace batteries, keep good fuel in them so they don't burn down, you know, and just stuff like that. Maintain the clutch. It's just like any other sled, except they don't cost $15,000. Sure, you may put a couple $1,000s into them when you're rebuilding them, but so that's better than $15,000. I mean, yeah, you could probably buy a newer sled. I don't know. I think mid to late 2000s, 2010, you can go for maybe anywhere from $4,500 to like $6,500, and then they just start going up the later the year. So, but these are great sleds. You know, if you're not looking to spend a bunch, you're looking to get into it, this is the way to start. Hopefully these videos will help you guys out. So that's about it for this video. I know it wasn't terribly long, but yeah, I'm not gonna show me doing a ton of work. I'm probably just gonna give updates on it so I can get this thing done as quick as possible, and then we'll show a little bit more on the next one. So got my partner out here helping me. So that's it for now. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Stay tuned. If you guys aren't subscribed, hit the subscribe button and the alert bell. That way you can come on back and check out the updates we got going on these snowmobiles. We're going to be working on this stuff for the next few months. So yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting. So we'll see you guys in the next video. So take care, come on back, and God bless.